What's up everyone, I'm Chris, and this is Ned, and welcome to our channel where we are gonna be exploring some random but interesting topics. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's begin. Did you know that chickens are a subspecies of the red jungle fowl? Originally from Southeast Asia, with names like rooster for an adult male or hen for an adult female, and chicks for the small ones. They were first raised for fights and not raised for food until the 4th century, being very popular in today's menus along their eggs, and also the occasional pet. They're also one of the most common domesticated animals. Thanks to that, there are more chickens in the world than any other bird. They are omnivores, that in the wild they can eat seeds, insects, or even small animals like lizards, small snakes, or even mice. Small domesticated chickens are able to fly for small distances, either to go over a fence, up trees, or explore their surroundings, but mostly to escape danger. They live in flocks with a communal incubation approach and raising the young ones. Did you know the sound they produce is called crowing? It can be loud and usually to mark territory or chickens calling their chicks. But the coolest fact is that they descend from dinosaurs. Yep, that's what's left of the mighty T-Rex and others. Although now they are a distinct group of animals sharing mostly bone structure, but still, very cool. So next time you eat a chicken wing, remember, it could have been you instead. Did you know modern football, or how it's known in the US and Canada, soccer, originated in Britain in the 19th century, being the most popular sport in the world? Although similar games have been played throughout history with varying rules. At the beginning, it was played at schools, with different rules making it difficult to play with other people besides classmates. Until 1843, the University of Cambridge set the standards rules called Cambridge Rules, whose students later formed clubs. In 1863, several clubs had a meeting in London to print the rules. Did you know goalies were not required to use the different uniform until 1913? The world's first club was called the English Sheffield Football Club. Did you know the word soccer originated in England, which began as a wordplay from association football? Another astounding fact is that FIFA has more country members than the UN. Football is a great way to stay in shape, with most professionals running an average of 9.3 miles per game. Did you know that a Ballon d'Or is given every year to the best player, with coaches and captains voting, having Lionel Messi from Argentina as the top winner with an outstanding 7 Ballon d'Ors? Wow, I wonder how that feels. Heavy. The game is so popular that in the World Cup, a game can be seen by more than 1 billion people. Of course, there's a darker side with many atrocities caused by some very violent people. But let's not make those instances define a great sport like football soccer. Did you know television, or TV for short, is a medium for transmitting moving images and sound, widely used for advertising, news, and more? The first experiments came in the 1920s, but they would start to become widespread in the 1950s. By the 60s, color TV were introduced. Over 80% of households around the world have television sets. Did you know the word television comes from the Greek word tele, which means far, and the Latin word visio, which means sight? In 1928, Baird Television Development Company broadcasted the first transatlantic signal between London and New York. Did you know 99% of homes in the US own at least one TV and 66% own at least 3, watching about 250 billion hours annually? Did you know Gertrude Berg was the first TV star? She was the star in The Goldbergs, which was a sitcom about a Jewish family living in the Bronx. She also wrote and produced the show, earning her the first ever Emmy for lead actress in a comedy series. The most watched TV finale was the ending of MASH, watched by about 60% of American homes, with about 106 million viewers. But the honor of the best written show ever was given by the Writers Guild of America to The Sopranos. The first live television news event was a collapsed mine in Nova Scotia in 1958, where 93 men were trapped. The first commercial aired was for Bulova watches in 1941. Having today commercials for things we didn't even know existed. Like the most expensive ever Le Film by Chanel with over $33 million lasting only 3 minutes. Did you know the average American watches more than 4 hours of TV a day? Which it may sound harmless for some, but with some negative consequences, such as 86% of binge watchers reporting sleeping less, or 52% having slept nothing for a show, or simply canceling plans, eating unhealthy foods, or less exercise. But hey, binge watching is the new norm, having streaming taking over traditional TV, having giants like Netflix spending $17 billion in 2020, or YouTube watchers who amount to billions, which means a lot of people. But it shouldn't be a surprise because you can watch anything you please whenever you please, unlike cable TV. What's that? Really? You don't know what's that? See you in the next video. Bye bye.